Greetings, everyone. Hope all is well. Hope everybody's having a good day thus far. Hope everybody can hear me. I have my hearing aid on, which is also my microphone and hearing headset, which allows me to hear better through my phone. And today is Thursday, and I hope each and every one of you are having a great day. Today, and for those who don't, first of all, those who do not know who I am, my name is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold. I'm a theologian who's been a pastor, who's been in ministry for over 22 plus years, who is also a disabled veteran who have served his country around 22 years. Okay? Who have worked civil service, who has owned businesses, who used to own his own store, who has taken advantage of e-commerce in the modern age. I'm also a information technology specialist, has a background in computer science and a number of things. I'm also a graduate from a number of colleges, like, for example, Liberty University, Virginia State University, Nash Community College, attended University of Phoenix, St. Leo's College University, or college, graduated from Cornell University for my certifications, and numerous of other universities, and attended a number of specialized institutions, including within the military. So what brings me on today? Well, I'm excited. I wanted to talk about something that's dear to me. Very important to me. Those who don't know, I am an author as well of 50 books published, self-published myself, and connected with other publishing companies. But I just want to share in particular, this particular book is called The Entrepreneur Personal Branding, Crafting Magnetic Presence in the Marketplace by yours truly. And the purpose of this book is my way of leveraging my extensive experience in the business world, business ownership, my military experience, leadership experience, by pastoral guidance and education, that to provide a comprehensive guide for aspired and established entrepreneurs. This book is designed to equip readers with tools and strategies needed to build a powerful and authentic personal brand that stands out in today's competitive marketplace. A lot of people, and that's comes from the land of hard knocks, or I call it a university of hard knocks. You learn as you go. Some of those learnings were good. Some of those learnings were very challenging. So I wanted to take a presence of my expertise and abilities and knowledge and pour it into a textbook that can be used. Now, it's less than 300 pages, of course, but it's valuable information. It's very valuable. And you'll find it to be very helpful to you. Now, if you go on Amazon, you'll find this book. I'm going to show you the cover again. Now, you may not be able to see it in reverse, but it's also in our bookstore. I do own a bookstore called We Are Living in the Finished Work.com. It's my wife's bookstore. A lot of things that's my wife's, and I just work behind the scenes, and my wife has a presence in it. So many of you have struggled, and I, like myself, many of you have went to college, many or worked in different careers, and never have the training and experience or cultivation that will send you to an area of success as an entrepreneur. Many of us do not have a background in marketing or have any ideas what it takes to make it a product go viral, or how to take a business plan and obtain a business loan to start a business. My wife and I have gone through a great deal of challenges through the years and opportunity, and taking advantage of also of a lot of opportunities through the years. So what I decided to do is take some of my nitpicks and experience and apply to what I know that can be helpful to a lot of up and coming entrepreneurs who have a product or want to put that brand into the marketplace. Because first thing you got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, you are the brand. It doesn't matter what kind of product you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're selling this product right here. It's my hearing aid, dude. Just to give you an idea. Any kind of product, cup. You selling a cup? You got to be the brand behind the cup. You got to build trust. You got to build confidence. And that's one of the things, and to also develop a mindset of discipline. Now, my book covers quite a bit of that. It also gives you some insight on how artificial intelligence works. Now, I want to put this, go ahead and put this out right now. Artificial intelligence is not some big bad Skynet that's going to tear you to pieces and destroy all humanity. We do a good job in ourselves as humans. We do a great job in destroying humanity ourselves with our own brain. So it has nothing to do with Skynet. It is a tool. Just like when they say when computers first came out, it was the mark of the beast scare. When ID cards with a chip came out, it was the mark of the beast scare. So there's a lot of stuff that people, through a lack of understanding, were branded, let's brand it again, as a mark of the beast or evil, something with evil, and as a tool. I can remember, and I'm going to go and talk about my book a little bit, how when the guitars were first used in church, and you see them everywhere now, but back in the 40s and 50s, late 40s particularly, because guitars goes that way far back, they was looking at that as the devil's music. Or the piano, when they first started adding pianos, and I'm talking about the wooden pianos back in the 1910s or 1920s, that's what considered jazz as part of the instrument itself as the devil's music. And then when drums were added into the church, a lot of people complained that, through the lack of understanding, that the drums were the tools of the devil's music. Do you follow where I'm coming from, everybody? Do you quite understand where I'm coming from? Because a lot of times when we are introduced to a new innovation, we all branded, of course, without scripture knowledge, as the devils. We give Satan, or Lucifer, as I would probably call him, credit for something that God has in place on individuals. Is God put into the development of a piano or of a musical instrument that is beautiful, just like the horn, or just like the harp, like David had played, King David had played, or the music who danced? Then we need to look at this with a, God-like vision the same way. Okay? So let's get started about this book. Of course, I have written this book years ago, and I wanted to convey a message to each and every one of you, to our young people who are up and coming, who is inspired and wanted to cultivate and to develop a business that's going to change their lives and change the life of humanity. And if it's not a business, maybe a 501c3, maybe be an innovator of a product that can change life and make life more easier. So what are the topics that my book covers? I'm glad you asked. And let me go back a little bit and let's ask the question, why did I write this book? What's the purpose of this book? Why did I write this book? It's on ebook too. And this is what I wrote. Without saying my name. This book, my background, of course, Dr. Antonio Arnold, extensive background in business ownership, military leadership, pastoral guidance, and education. The entrepreneur personal brand, crafting a magnetic presence in the marketplace, is a natural extension of course, my diverse experience. Here's a few reasons why I wrote the book. Okay, I do have a diverse experience. Some in computers, some dealing with microprocessing development. I have worked in jobs that are dealing with information and information security. I have worked in I'm pretty much done quite a bit of things, even law enforcement. So let's take it back to the book. Let's talk about the topics I'm going to talk about. One particular topic that I like to talk about is called the holistic leadership experience. Let's talk about that. My role in leadership while I was serving on active duty, reserve, and guard is connected to this very writing I've written here. It says, as a manager and a pastor, having provided myself with a deep understanding of what it takes to lead effectively. How many of you ever took a leadership course? How many of you ever led a company before? How many of you ever led troops before, or personnel, civilian personnel? How many of you have ever led more than 5 people? I have led over 300 troops in my lifetime. I have preached to over 300 people in my lifetime. And I'm talking about an event right then, not over time. Well, this book is going to give you some insight. The book allowed me to share some insight and inspire entrepreneurs to help you, the entrepreneur, develop a strong personal brand that resonates with your customers. You want to develop a brand that resonates to your customer. Brand is not always this, guys, like I keep sharing with you. It's not always this. It's you. It's you. You are the brand. I sold life insurance. The people didn't look at the life insurance policy that I was sharing. They were looking at me. Okay? Let's talk about educational expertise. And yes, I do have a background in education. I've been a teacher. I've been a public school teacher. I have taught public schools from 9th grade to 12th grade in my time when I was teaching before I returned to active service. I've been an instructor for over 3.5 years, teaching young soldiers to be good soldiers. Even when I was as a cadet, as being a soldier and transitioning into the cadet corps cadets for ROTC, I was teaching my fellow cadets what I understand and what my expertise through teaching them what the task, condition, and standards are. I don't have no problem standing before folks and teaching lessons and putting a lesson plan together and giving a period of instructions. Same thing with teaching mathematics, English, or writing. I've done all that. Enjoyed it. But I had a different purpose. So I wanted to hone some of my skills and cultivate it and to communicate a complex concept of accessible manner. The skills that I have are, the course is invaluable, and I wanted to give you some good guidance and some perspective of what leadership and how important of education is, to utilizing my skills in education to help you as the future entrepreneur to want to be brand. Okay? I want to make this book, when I first wrote this book, my whole intention was to make this book informative and engaging. That's my true intent of the book. Now, let's talk about ethical and faith-based perspective. Me being a Christian, being a pastor, being with my theological background, I want to ensure that my approach in this book to personal branding is grounded with ethical and principles and faith-based values. I really wanted to ensure that That is introduced into the book, okay? And I also want to give a unique perspective that can help entrepreneurs create an authentic and trustworthy brand. People looking for brands that are trustworthy. Whether you're the one who's sharing on television or on radio, doesn't matter, or on paper, you want to present yourself as a brand that is trustworthy. There's a lot of folks out here who have very good brand and that are trustworthy. And then you got some people who got very good products, but their brand is not trustworthy, okay? Because they have some issues, some issues that have been brought forward. You got some musicians who lost credibility because what? Of some of the corruption they have maybe engaged in, or some of their activities that may not be inclusive to a family. All right. So you want to take all that into mind when looking at products. Where did this product come from? Does the company or the founder or the owner of the company convey the same message of what I believe? And if not, why should I buy this product? Does this product help solve my problem? Yes or no? You got to look at all that. Okay. Abilities and innovation. Now, I have some abilities and I have some innovations of my own. One of the innovation I have, I graduated from Cornell University, very top college, and studied digital marketing and artificial intelligence. And the focus of the artificial intelligence is not for me to design or to create software. My tool was to utilize a tool to fast track and streamline with the best efficiency for my business. I hope that makes sense. This book can provide you as the reader with cutting-edge strategies to navigate an ever-evolving market. The market changes all the time. It never stays the same. If you look at it, if you're taking notice of some of the commercials you're watching, if you look at the one from last year and the year before last, it's total change. If you look at some of your political environment in the last 40 years, the approach and strategies utilizing PSYOP has changed tremendously. That means how their approach to a certain segment of the population as a strategy has changed. What you never thought would be considered is now considered. And what was used to be considered is no longer considered, if that makes sense. Empowerment and aspiration. I want to empower you guys. I want to empower each and every one of you. And in my writing, I wanted to encourage you for you to see the journey and take the journey that I have taken and the lessons that I have learned and apply it to building your own brand. All right. I want to inspire you. I want to inspire as many young entrepreneurs as possible to achieve their own goals and success. And you can succeed. You can achieve great things. But it's going to take a number of things that I mentioned in this book that you must do, very basics, principles, to succeed. Now, an entrepreneur personal brand, crafting a magnetic presence in the marketplace, because we're all dealing with the marketplace. My goal was to enrich and verify through my experience, offer readers a comprehensive guide to build a powerful and authentic personal brand. I want to give you that opportunity through my experience and sharing through this book, the opportunity to build a powerful brand that is authentic as well. So about the book. What is this book all about? The entrepreneur personal brand crafting magnetic presence in the marketplace. Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, myself, leveraged my extensive experience in business ownership. I have owned a store. I used to own a store. My wife and I both co-owned a store, and we ran that store. Of course, the market has changed, so we had to change with it. But yes, we have that experience up to 9/11. After 9/11, then we have to make some changes. So I want to leverage my expense experience with business ownership, utilize my military experience, my pastoral guidance, and I want to educate my education through all the studies I have studied and all the very principles I have learned through the years to provide a comprehensive guide for you. This book is designed to equip readers with tools and strategies needed to build a what? Powerful, authentic personal brand that stands out in today's competitive market. So you want to be competitive. You want to make your product very reasonably priced. You want to make your product, I don't care if you're selling gold. You want to present that gold in such a way that you're providing something that your competitors couldn't provide. You want to say something that your competitors cannot say or will not say. What makes your brand better than that brand? Why should I go to that Walmart store instead of going to Keiko's? Or why should I go to Sam Club instead of going to Public? What do they have that these guys don't have? What services do they provide that this one could not provide? It's all about being a competitive, bringing that magnetic presence in the marketplace. You want to draw customers to you. Even as the reach online, a lot of companies had to shut down. A lot of companies that you and I grew up with, like Toys R Us, is gone for good. Okay? What's the other one? I forgot the name of it. Radio Shack. Everybody remember your Radio Shack? Does anybody remember Radio Shack? Make a comment. If you remember Radio Shack back in the days, 40 years ago, leave a comment. Yes, I remember Radio Shack. Did you know they're gone? There's a lot of business that came and went over the years. And that happens. That's how business goes. One brand may stay for centuries. Another brand will stay for 10 or 20 years, and it's gone. Why? Because the market changed. People used to go to mom and pop stores up and down Halifax Street. I remember doing that. There used to be a store on every corner. They're gone now. Why? People venture off to the big corporation stores. People no longer feel safe to go to the mom and pop store, or the mom and pop store doesn't have the inventory that they're looking for. Or it could be the lack of power of marketing. Big companies have marketing budgets. Small companies don't have that much of a budget. Right? So let's talk about the key talking points that I wish to cover that's in this book. This is the topic I covered in this book for you. The foundation of personal branding, number one. And what is that for? Well, it's to give you an understanding of core principle of personal branding. I'm giving you some nuggets, some core principles of personal branding and how to establish a strong, authentic presence. You want to establish a strong, authentic presence. Even in ministry, there's a strong, authentic presence in a lot of ministry. But it doesn't come from the name of the building. It comes from the name of the pastors. Everybody know the ones that's, I'm not going to mention the name. I thought about doing that, but I wasn't. I don't want to go into a copyright situation. But anyway, you know a lot of them. You know a lot of mega pastors. A lot of them, it's about their name. There's one pastor I truly enjoyed. He used to be in charge. He used to be the Baptist denomination, the Southern Baptist Convention president years ago, back in the 70s. He's long since passed. But I used to love watching his shows or his message, hearing his message on television or on radio. And he's since passed, of course. I mean, he was over 80 years old. But he was in charge of the Southern Baptist Convention or about 50 years ago. And he made the thing is, he built a brand by his name. And there's a lot of guys out there and gals who are leading, pastoring, or evangelizing, who build their ministry based on their name. And I just want to leave it there for the moment. But you want to build a foundation to establish a strong, authentic presence. You want to build a strong, authentic presence everywhere you go. Okay? Number 2, the entrepreneur mindset. You should want to have an entrepreneur mindset before you even start a business, even with network marketing. I have joined network marketing companies just because this one guy could stand up and speak. He spoke to thousands of people on the stage, and he was so believable and so what's that word I wanted to use? Influential. I'll use that word for the moment. So influential in his speech. He was so moving and so passionate about the products, the service, the company as a whole, that I too believe it. You know, and he started with a song. Everybody win, no matter what. You know, I have money in my mind, and I'm never giving up. That's how when he walked on the stage, that they play that rap song, and he introduced himself. He looks very successful. He's clean cut. He has a nice suit on. He's articulate with confidence, and then he gave the presentation with confidence. So you definitely want to establish a strong, authentic presence. Now, back to mindset. You want to cultivate the mindset necessary for entrepreneurial success, focus on resilience, innovation, and strategic thinking. I'm always thinking about new ways of marketing. I just connected with a group of smart people with entrepreneur spirit dealing with artificial intelligence and marketing to expand it. So I bought myself into it, the piece of the pie. Okay. Same thing with digital currency. I bought into it. This guy who developed the Bitcoin has developed another coin. Okay. The Bitcoin as we knew it. He's part of that development. Here he is with this one. I jumped into that. Right. Because of his presence and because of his history. And this guy has not just a magnetic presence, his mindset is business. Okay? And he shows what he done. He's very transferable. He's very transparent. As I want to say that correctly. You want to be transparent. Transparent. All right? You want to have a strategy in your head. Sometimes you got to read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Read books of strategies. Take courses and take strategic thinking or innovation. You want to read books like that. You want to read this book. You want to read my other book about innovators. When I wrote a whole series about the innovators from the past to the present. So you want to read that book. Okay, so the next topic, third topic, financial literacy for business owners. Hey, this book also give you some insights on financial knowledge to manage and grow your business effectively. There's a lot of folks that goes into business don't have financial literacy. And it hurts their business. It hurts their bottom line because they make mistakes that they shouldn't have. That could be avoided. They make financial decisions that strain their budget, as I may say, or did some overspending. You know, I'm not a thrifty guy. I look at the value of quality of the product and the value of product and service and the profit outweigh the profit margin balance with the quality of the product, the accessibility of the product, and the distribution, easy to distribute the product, and it's all balanced within budget, then that's something I'll be interested. But it's something that will cause a problem that there's no quality in that product, there's no easy distribution, there's no access to it, then I'm not interested. For the money, I'm not interested. It's just plain and simple. Okay, so you definitely want to, and when it comes to financial literacy in your business, you want to gain some essential financial knowledge to manage and grow your business. I mean, how can I say? It's not a PowerPoint. You want to keep a flow chart of your spending. and your profit margin. You want to look at that. Book covers that just a little bit of that. But you want to get with your financial advisor on that for details. Get with them because they're the experts and you're paying them. So you want to take a strong look on making proper financial decisions. Not emotions, but proper financial decisions, okay? That same thing in your home. Don't take your home mindset and spend everything and bring it into the business because it was going to cost you later on. All right, social entrepreneurship. Social entrepreneurship, number 4, you want to explore how to create a business. This book covers that. How to create a business that's not generating profits, but also contribute positive to society. You want to have a business that's making a positive impact. You want to be part of a business that's making a positive impact. Your brand to be a positive impact in society. You want to help solve a problem, okay? My wife and I have partnered with a company that helps people with pain or balance and strength. So we help people to have lack of balance, lack of strength, and have some pain. We got the solution. So you want to make a strong impact to society where people are proactive, you want to make a social impact to the point of saying, hey guys, these people helped me through this process. And here where it was, and now here I am. And word gets around quick. And that's what you hope to do. You want to make a positive impact. Okay? And now some companies let's say, like some ministries have, and I can think connect this to ministry a lot, have food pantries, right? Companies like food producing companies may donate food over the food that they have over and above stock inventory, or they have this stuff that was produced a couple weeks ago and they got some extras. Let's donate it to these food pantries out here, and as a donation from us. Of course, it's a tax write-off, but it's a nice thing to do. And you can say we have given food to help our unfortunate population that needed our help. We're not a company just making money or about business, but we want to make a social impact in our communities. We also made a donation for the parade, to pay for the parade. We made a donation to help keep the homeless shelter funded. Those kind of things, social impacts. That's just a couple I just want to share with you. But yeah, you want to make a positive, as a business owner, make a positive impact to our society, to your community, our community. Okay. Put that there. Thank you very much for the reminder. Now let's go talk about e-commerce as part of the key topic that will be covered in this book. E-commerce strategies for wealth building. E-commerce. A lot of people have turned to the internet. When the internet first came out, they start turning to e-commerce to market products online and made billions to millions. Well, let me correct myself. Millions to billions through it. Young people, young individual, utilizing digital marketing strategies, or got some help from some institutions, and went from millions to billions. Some went from zero to superhero with millions behind it. Okay? So e-commerce is the wave of the presence. Any industry that doesn't utilize e-commerce as part of their industry, a lot of them have already shut down. Because people are looking for products and services that they can look on their phone, or look on their computer, or look on their desktop, or look at their tablet to buy products and services. Do you understand what I mean? Okay? E-commerce is now. I have been involved with a number of businesses that utilizes e-commerce. I've been utilizing e-commerce as a strategy since 1996, if I'm not remember. Yeah, 1996. And I have sold and I have bought online, had it shipped to my home. Now I look at Amazon. Look for Amazon for example. And Amazon started off selling books, okay? It's a bookstore. Now it's one of the biggest e-commerce institutions on the planet. Matter of fact, it's the biggest thing in the United States. It employs thousands or hundreds of thousands of employees. It has a distribution network through its warehouse all over the country, if not all over the world. So that's where my book lives. That's what I love about Amazon, because it gives entrepreneurs like myself the opportunity to provide products and services like my bookstore through their portal. I didn't have to pay for it. I didn't have to make extra incentives to that company. When someone purchases a book, the royalty comes to me. However, a portion of that royalty goes to Amazon for their cost. Excuse me for a second. Things popping up. I had to get rid of it. But yeah, e-commerce is the wave of the present. It was the wave of the future. The future present is right now. If you want your business to grow, some of you are already utilizing social media platforms. A lot of you reaching out to people on all social media platforms and utilizing the e-commerce through the website to provide service and information products to thousands of people all over the world. Now, here's the thing, guys. Everything that's on social media may appear like it's free, right? It's only going to gain you so much. So they already got platforms in place where you can purchase for advertising mode to market your products to a greater audience. Whether you want to reach 18-year-olds, when you're age 60 up to 65, what demographics that you want to reach out to. There is a cost factor on everything when it comes to marketing. I remember a time my wife and I used to pay for billboards to market a body magic product. We were marketing, so we paid $1,100 just for it to be on the billboard, so people can see it on the interstates. We done that. But e-commerce is a whole different level, because now you can reach thousands of people without having a billboard. Your billboard is your social media. Your billboard is your videos. Your billboard is your Twitters or your TikTok accounts. That's your billboard. And how you build it is up to you. There's so many different things on Facebook that you can create a business page to market. You can create a classified page to market. That's e-commerce. That's what it's all about. I have shipped stuff out to folks. I have earned thousands of dollars through Facebook by itself. Yes, I may be quiet. I don't say much, but I do. I have. Not all at once, not every month. Maybe a few here, a few there, but it all total. Now, I mean, 1 month I may have a big month. 1 month I may have nothing going on. But it's right there. And it's up to me if I want to turn up the heat by activating some of the advertisement portion of the social media. E-commerce is now, guys. And if you don't utilize the e-commerce that's available to you, then you're missing out on a very important part of marketing. Okay? So you want to take that into consideration as well. Leadership to remote teams. You want to develop a skill to lead and manage remote teams effectively and in the digital first world. I'm here to tell you guys, you would like to if you're in business, when you're in business and you're reaching out, you want to learn, first of all, you want to learn what leadership is. Self-development. You want to do some professional development. You want to read books. You want to read books from makers and shakers in business world who made millions, who have success stories. You want to read those books to learn from their struggles. I mean, you want to read books from Elon Musk. You want to read books from Colonel Sanders of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Guys like Dave Kroc from McDonald's. His story, or watch his movie, but watch that movie, give you a little idea, but read the book. about Ray Kroc of McDonald's. People who are innovators, who have turned small ideas into big business profits and big innovation that changed the world. Of course, Crockett has died, but his legacy still live on. Why? You don't have to drive far to see a big old M arch on the M, which all come from his legacy. Colonel Sanders has passed away a long time ago, and his legacy is still here. Dave Thomas, his legacy is still here. Okay, I'm just naming just the main point that you utilize every day. I could go on and on. There's a list for it. Read my book. There's another book for that. But yeah, you want to develop some leadership skills. Most of my leadership skills come from the military. So you notice a lot of my style is militaristic. Because that's the only thing, that's my environment. My father was a retired master sergeant, so I learned from him. Most of my mentors are military. And a lot of the structure and business is military. So guess what? That's what I do. I use a lot of the strategies, the leadership training course, principles in management. I utilize civil service management too as well, because I went to school for that. I have been to other schools for marketing and for business management through a lot of the franchise ownerships. Like Hardee's, for example, went to school for that. Burger King Academy, went to school for that. There's always a school that will teach you the basic principle of leadership. When I was an officer in the Army, and some guys may get it when they go to BNOC or ANOC, but when I was to an officer basic course at Fort Benning, Georgia in 1989, I had to learn leadership principles. Same thing when I was in the ROTC and JROTC, if these were high. I learned the foundation of leadership. So you want to know what your role as a leader is. You want to read books on leadership so you know how to lead it, and learn how to lead a team. Let me tell you, one of the other best ways of professional development and learning, and it doesn't cost you anything, network marketing. Network marketing. Yes, I said it. I said network marketing. There's no scam in that. Take what's good out of network marketing. You're going to get, like, for example, you have in your team, when you join a group of leaders, you're going to have what is called training meetings, where you're going to learn very principles that's marketing, that's universal to have success. The follow-up, the calls, basic principles in sales. I learned this when I was in the insurance business and I was working for an insurance company. I used to go out and as an insurance sales agent and debit collector. And I had to learn those principles, how to develop a team, how to prepare to train up a team. Okay? Just like me preparing my squad, train my squad. I used to do professional development every day. Teach a class. We're going to have hip-hop training today. Hip-hop training. Yep, hip-hop training today. We're not going to sit around and do nothing. We're going to do some learning today. So in my team, when I was leading a team of 300, when I was in network marketing in the past, I was very serious about professional development. I was very serious about getting on a Zoom and learning from the very top leaders in the industry. And I was also interested in duplicating what they do. And we do have people in the industry who are innovators making great things happen, earning six-figure months. And there are people missing out of it because they're closed-minded. Being closed-minded is not going to get you anywhere. And you got to have that entrepreneur mindset. That's what my book covers. If you don't have an entrepreneur mindset, you will not be successful. You're going to be like the rat spinning the wheel. You're going to be doing the same thing. You may not be an asset to the company you work for because you don't have an entrepreneur mindset. And once you develop that entrepreneur mindset, you begin to start showing interest in other things within where areas of your expertise. And the company will start seeing, hey, this guy got some innovations. This guy got this potential, or gal got some potential. We want her in this extra team. Would you be interested in a promotion? Or, hey, you're moving up in the company or as an entrepreneur, your volume has increased. The amount of people who have signed up has increased. Your customer base has increased from 50 to 5,000. Can be done. But you got to have a mindset to win. People hating on folks because they got a winning mindset. And instead of looking at those out of envy, you should have the mindset, I need to duplicate what that person doing. I need to change the way I think. I need to motivate myself to say, I'm a winner. I'm going to do this. I don't care how other people think about me. That's mindset. That's a mindset of an entrepreneur. And if you see leadership like that, you should be shaking your like, hey, I'm going to do the same thing he does. So in leading a remote team, you have tools. You have Zoom. You have another one that's equivalent to Zoom that's for phones, where you call people call a number, and then they log in, and you're speaking to them. You're providing insights to them. You're giving them some good nuggets to present themselves. You're giving them some flyers or a checklist of you write down 100 people's names, right? And then you call them. Now, under this graph here, you're going to write their names. You're going to write down when did you call them, how the conversation goes. Then you write the date when you're going to follow up with them. And that's on the spreadsheet. And here's a graph, how you get promoted in our company. How do you make more money in our company? That's professional development. You're teaching, you're leading a team remotely. You're not there with them. You may have a team member that's in Chicago. You may have a team member that's in Florida. You may have a team member, a group of people in California. And you may have some that's in Deutschland, Germany. Because you never know how bids grow. You still have to manage business. Okay? Be open to that. AI-powered business solution, the next topic. AI-powered business solution. Let's talk about that. Okay? Artificial intelligence. In my book, I'm transferring my learning to action and taking what I've learned and apply it in action. Okay? I'm now transfer that, unlearning it, to transfer to you. So I wrote a segment about artificial intelligence powered business solution. And I've done a series of videos explaining artificial intelligence, how it can be used to your advantage as a tool. Just like your computer can be used to the advantage as a tool. A computer is an artificial brain that process information. What AI does is take information that's already processed and have history. It takes it, and what it does, different what a computer does, and just storing it or filing it automatically, it now thinks it through. Okay, these data's here, these data's here. Let's put these data together. Okay, this data right here, similarity over here. Okay, now I can answer questions. We know we've been using AI technically for years. You just didn't know it. You've been using it for years and you didn't know it. And I'm not going to go sit here and give you a dissertation on how far back AI goes. But it does go that far back. But the thing I'm going to talk to you about in the tech context of this book, that it implements how artificial intelligence implement automation tool. Like I said, it's a tool to streamline your market effort and increase efficiency. How many of you guys would like to increase efficiency? How would you like to increase productivity? How would you like to increase efficiency and customer acquisition? I use all forms and tools of AI to create efficiency in marketing to reach a client. I'm not interested, and at this point when I was utilizing AI, I wasn't interested in using it for the local economy. My focus was international. My focus was to look at folks outside of my circles, to look for a customer and client outside of my network, to help to convey a service, product and service to my customers, potential customers around the world. That's my focus. My focus wasn't looking for my best friend, my brothers, sisters, cousin. I wasn't interested in that. I was interested in reaching a clientele that don't even know me, utilizing AI. Utilizing AI avatars and AI tools to put words to say, okay, how would I say it? There's tools everywhere, but you got to be willing to invest in those tools. And those tools cost. So a lot of corporations and companies are using them. Tesla, for example, and I put an example in one of my videos that I recorded 3 years ago upon graduation, that shows a Tesla artificial intelligence calling or responding to a customer who was searching and looking around a Tesla website. Now, isn't that great? When somebody goes to your website, you might usually search engine optimization. When someone goes to your website and click and look around, hey, your AI representative is watching. See what type of vehicle they're looking, what they're point, because they even fill out a form. And then they will call them to schedule an appointment for a test drive. Can you imagine when someone you talk to speak very good English, very, very smooth, and they're not even human? It's that real. It's a tool. Cut costs, yes, but it creates jobs too on the other end. So it can empower your business solution to improve efficiency. Okay, without you doing all the work. Cut costs. Runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I have just embarked on an automated AI that will ultimately contact clients to people to buy my book. Connect people who looking for a certain textbook or a certain type of book or a biblical book that will help them understand the Bible. That's the AI that I have purchased, but it's also going to learn what type of book I have, and it's going to direct those clients without me in being involved. I don't want to be involved. I want them to do the work. Just like this Tesla company had got an AI to contact the customer to schedule an appointment for them to come for a test drive. They already scheduled a date and the time. Now, in regards to the other products and services I provide outside of my book, I can utilize it to schedule an appointment. I can utilize it for people to go straight to my website and get what they need. Because it's always about solving a problem. That's why we got electricity, so people won't be in the dark at night. If you don't believe, don't understand, let a tree knock on your power grid. All right? Digital marketing automation. I think I touched on that a bit when I was talking about AI. But digital marketing optimization, implement optimization tools to streamline your market effort and increase efficiency. Again, efficiency. It's in the book. It's in the book. It's not a big one. It's not 300 pages, guys. It's only 71 pages, or a little bit more than that. Yeah, 71 pages. A lot of information is in 71 pages, and I'm here to tell you that because I pour out my soul into it. You want to create an online presence, guys. You want to beat your competitors. You want to be a competitor. I see people through this other company that I'm part of get on social media just about every day. Why? Because they're building a presence every day. And that's showing consistent. That's showing innovation. That's showing the love of the product. and the belief system. You have to believe in your products. You have to believe in your services to win. If you do not believe in what you're selling, then you're not going to sell one bit. If you don't believe in what you're doing, you will not be successful. I'm not saying that you will not be successful, but if you don't believe in what you are doing, then you are not going to make an impact. You're not going to, and people are going to see that. Customers will see that. Risk management strategies for startup. You want to identify, mitigate risk to ensure the long-term success of your startup business or your network marketing business or any of your businesses. Okay? You want to manage the risk. You want to look at risk. Okay? You want to control those risks. Coaching and mentorship in the professional development. Now, in network marketing, I want to be upfront. There's a lot of coaching and mentorship in this business. In the business of network marketing and professional development. Network marketing thrives on it. Now, in the business world of sales, as well as sales, both go hand in hand. There's coaching and mentorship. I have been mentored and coached by the very best in the industry. Every industry I've ever been a part of, I have been mentored and coached. When I was in the insurance industry, I had a mentor I can call all the time. When I have questions, he trained me, he coached me, he held me accountable. So when you have a team, like your team, you want to be that coach. You want to be that mentor. You want to be that provide that professional guidance. You want to point them to professional development. Hey, on Saturday, we're having a training. We're having training every Saturday at 9 o'clock. Every training. When I was in the federal system and also in the military, we have training meetings. Every Thursday. What is the stats here? What's going on here? Who, what, where, and why? Commanders wants to know. Especially in the G3. When I was in operation, G3, working for a General Star Command, I had to have all my stuff together because when I'm asked a question by the commander or the chief or the deputy commander, I have to have answers. I have to have documentation. I have to have a PowerPoint to show, to verify and verify and compare and confirm what I'm saying is true or what information I have is factual. Follow what I'm saying? Don't want no guesswork. They want facts, figures, numbers. They want to look on that PowerPoint and those numbers coincide with other Excel protocol, Excel and PowerPoint slides. So everything has to come together digitally. So when we come together and we're talking about the sales, how we're going to, what tools you need to be successful in reaching VP in 1 year, this is how it's going to happen. This is what it's going to take to do it. Okay? When I was in car sales, my manager always asked me, I may have a great week. And by Friday, I'm starting all over again. Last week had nothing to do with what you do. Okay, great, you did great last week. What you doing for this week? How many people you called? How many people you made a commitment to call? What ads that you put out there on the newspaper? What have you come? How many? And at the time, the internet was really new. How many emails that you sent out to your potential clients? Have you gone out to the store? Have you talked to strangers? Did you pass out your business card? Did you put your business cards on and pass out flyers about the dealership and where we are? You have to hustle, man. You have to work if you want to convey a message of success. Because in order to sell something, you got to put yourself out there. I'm at a disadvantage because I'm no longer out in the public. I'm not selling products out in the public. I'm not working for a company anymore. So I have to create an urgency, and with urgency, a drive to bring people to my market, Eric, to get myself to the market by driving people to me digitally. Okay, if that makes sense for all our retirees who understand. Okay, if you're in a relationship where you're working with people, the people see you every day, and you can always constantly talk to them. Or you own a business like a beauty shop, you own a barber shop, you own a small car dealer. You can always convey additional to that product what you already have. Because why? Because you got a storefront property, what I used to have, You have a storefront property that's going to draw people anyway. And you use the right marketing techniques or strategies, you're going to draw people there. Okay? But it's all about that budget. It's all about that budget. What hurted me back in the days, I had very minimum budget. Okay? I had very minimal budget. And then if you're not influential enough where even your own family won't market you, then it's tough. You got to have people that believes in you. And that's trust. If your family don't trust you, then you got to make sure things happen on your own. You got to make sure you got to push on your own. And that's in everything. Okay, coaching, mentorship. Yeah, back to that. I have some of the greatest mentors in the industry, in all industry, even the military. But you got to be a good mentor yourself. You have to have so much knowledge that you want to share that and convey that message to the people you bring in. All right? Or the people you are looking to hire to be in sales or in management. How to reach customers in a positive way. How to talk to people. When I find in some industries, they failed or have a higher turnover because a lot of their management team do not know how to convey the message properly to staff. And what I mean, they talk at them, but not to them. They don't talk to them as if they're part of the team. They talk down to them. And a lot of people take that as offensive. Why would I want to work here? I feel like I'm being belittled too much. And same thing, some people talk a little to their customers. You want to convey a message, a positive message of professionalism to your team. To say we're in this together, to convey the message that we are all winners. What can I do to help assist you in reaching your goals and dreams? Or do you want it? Here's the plan. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 10, day 20, day 30. And it's always part of the follow-up, And also the classes you teach. I'm going to sign you up for this course. You're going to take this course because you need it. We're paid for it. Okay? Some people need training. Not just on the military side, civilian side too. People need training, need to be coached. But you got to be willing to be coachable too. All right? Let's see. Coaching, mentorship, understanding the importance of coaching, mentorship, and personal professional development. Strategy planning for entrepreneurs. You got to master the art, guys, of strategy planning, strategic planning to set and achieve your business goals. How I learned that is through military ministry. When I was in seminary, I had to take a strategic planning course that deals with ministry, how to come up with strategies for your ministry, for your church. Even as far as the Baptist denomination, we have strategies to reach people. Okay? Those strategies are in place. If there's one that's not in place and you're a church planted, you have to have strategies that's in place with you before you can go out there and say, okay, I'm opening up a church. You have to have strategy. You also have set goals. You got to have a 3-year plan. You have a 5-year plan, a 6-month plan, a 12-year plan. You got to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to have much success. It's going to be much harder. And also, and that's basically where it is. Achieving your business goals. What are your goals? What is your 20-year goals? What are your 10-year goals? What are your 15-year goals? What are your 2-week goals? Okay? We had a great month in November. What's your goal for December? All right? We did this much volume this last month and 2 months ago. Okay, what's the game plan for this month, December, going into 2026? You have to ask yourself the question, what's in it for me? What do I need to do to succeed? What do I need to do to win? It's in my book. You want to build your personal brand online. Utilize digitized platform to enhance your presence, brand, and reach a wider audience. I'm telling you guys, I've seen people get on social media and explode. And some explode was saying basically the same thing I'm saying. It could be locality, I don't know. Could be the algorithm, I don't know. But I share basically the same information, and I may get maybe 100 people or 1,000 people, maybe a few other people. And then sometimes you got to utilize the tools at hand. You got to use, you got to tap into certain algorithms. And sometimes you got to pay for those things to take you to further. And I can't remember the whole thing. I just said it earlier. But yeah, there's some people who soars. Put their stuff online, like I'm doing a live stream right now, and they may have 500 people. Some may have 1,000 people interacting with them. All it takes is a few people to interact to help that algorithm go. If you have a team, you tell your team, everybody come online. I'm doing this live stream, and I want everybody on the team to come online. Why? That helps you. And when y'all come online, hey guys, I want you to like and share. Go get your friends for the first 5 minutes. Every time I go to a Zoom meet, the first thing they say is, okay guys, they're playing some music, people feeling pretty good, pumping it up, and they tell you, invite your friends. Get on that call right now. Let's get 5 more people in. Let's go. And that's motivating you to bring more people to the brand. And that's what you want to do. This technique is nothing new. It's been used for years. I mean, let's go back to 2014 for me, or 2013 for others. All right? And you want to convey a message about that brand to as many people as possible. Hey, you love me enough? Y'all come on this live stream that I'm doing, or this Zoom call. Get on the Zoom call and bring some of your friends with you. I got something great to share. And if the people value your brand, they will do so. You also want to convey, if you don't bring them in, you're going to miss out. Some people get on because they don't want they fear of loss. So the first 5 people, you come in, show your face, guess what? We're going to have a drawing. It's incentives. But it helps. All right. You want to definitely have a strategic plan. You want to build your personal brand online and build an online presence, a strong online presence. Because I have a number of accounts. I'm in YouTube. I'm in TikTok. I'm in Instagram. I'm on Facebook, of course, and a few others. I also have my own website that I have built myself. So I want to, build that online presence. Also want to build an online presence where when somebody types in a word, algorithm is going to take them straight to me. Or they're going to see me somehow. You type in my name, guess what? You're going to see me. You're going to find me. I don't care where you are. I have taught AI so much that if you mention my first and last name, or put doctor or Reverend Doctor on it, you're going to find me. You're going to see something about me. You're going to find it. Why? Because I worked over the last 10 years building an online presence. It goes back to 2006. All right? So you want to build that online presence, guys. Future entrepreneurship, stay ahead of the curve. Stay ahead of the curve and explore emerging trends, future opportunities in entrepreneurship. I have dove into the sector where utilizing AI to build a more presence online. I have developed that, and I'm getting ready to launch that probably in about a month or so. And once that's still done, and that works, I'm going to expand on it. Also, digital currency. I have dove in on the ground floor with that. And these coins is from a developer who developed the Bitcoin itself, which is over $90,000 a coin, which at one point in time dropped down to $18,000 a coin, and I didn't move. Now it went up to $100,000, dropped down to $90,000. It's projected to go $200,000 a coin. But this coin right here in the next 10 years is going to be almost just as much as Bitcoin. So I'm trying to diversify my portfolio where I don't have to worry. If it wins, it wins. If it don't, it don't. But you never know unless you try. So you definitely want to look at, stay ahead of the curve. Look what emerging trends are out there. You want to see what's the latest and greatest thing that people are moving towards. And then you want to market yourself on product or service in that direction. Okay? I'm sharing a great deal of wisdom and understanding to help you build a brand. Guys, I've been there, done that. But you also want to build a mental toughness as well. One of the things, and I'm just going to hit on chapter 2, one of my book. Cultivating a mental toughness. You want to build a mental toughness before you even get started any kind of business. It's going to take tough love because you're going to deal with some struggles. You're going to deal with some hardship. You're going to deal with some challenges. You want to build a toughness, cultivate mental toughness, which is an essential aspect of entrepreneur success. Do you think all these guys who are multimillionaires and billionaires had it easy? They had it hard. Some even had it worse. Some were harassed. Some were demeaned for what their ideas are. People call them crazy. People call them stupid. You're out of your mind. And when they first started. And people still hating on them. And you know, I like what this one young lady said about hate. When they say, I'm about to talk about hating on you. What they do is hate your success. Because they're too lazy to get off their hand pots and go to work to reach that same plateau that you have worked so hard and sacrificed to get there. So you want to develop a mental toughness that is the central aspect of entrepreneurial success, particularly for business owners and self-driven individuals navigating the complexities in today's marketplace. It's a tough market out there. Not everybody wins at once. And the ones who don't win is the ones who quit. You don't want to quit. You want to develop a mental toughness that embodies a resolute mindset that has equipped entrepreneurs to face challenges, what? Head on. You want to face it head on, ladies and gentlemen. You want to adapt to adversity. You want to maintain focus amid distractions. I don't have time to distraction. Y'all watch the news and watch the bad news and the I'm going to call you stupid news or insult you news and manipulate you. You're talking to a guy who's been in a psyop who understands media manipulative. Not that word I want to use, manipulations. I understand manipulations. I understand the business of television. I don't have time for it. And neither should you. You want to focus your energy. Keep that TV off unless there's something educational on there that will help your business, will help your market. You want to get on, if you watch television, you're going to watch YouTube videos that talk about help you build your brand. That's what you want. I got the greatest product of all time. And this product will store energy, will help you light up your life, and it will help you hear like Superman. Well, when it comes to that, guys, you got to have the greatest products, but you're not focused and you've been distracted with news media, you're not going to win. The only thing you should be concerned about is how weather makes an impact, stock market makes an impact, economy makes an impact due to wars or famine. That's all you care about. You should not care about name calling. That doesn't win. You don't have time for that. Billionaire mindset people have no time for flabber stuff. You want to focus on what you're presenting your product, whether it be a new hairstyle, a brand, like this watch right here. Everything's a brand. Yourself as a brand is more important than what's going on in the news station. Those news stations, they're presenting a brand called fear. And they're making billions off of that thing. Why? Anytime you can pay a journalist who is on the show every morning on television, they make over $40 million easily plus bonuses. How many of you getting paid right now? by watching the news? How many of you getting paid by sharing what the news said? None of you. So why not share what you come to understand about your brand, your products, your services? I got something on me that's revolutionary. I mean, it's got over 15 years of scientific studies. It has changed people's lives immensely. And I want to talk to you about it. That's what you should be doing. I have a book that is fundamentally amazing because this book can cultivate and change your life. That's a product. You want to present that product. You want to focus on that product. If you're in real estate, you're talking about these beautiful homes in this area, geographic area, that it's everybody moving to. These new subdivisions, it's close to the school. It's about 5 miles to school. Crime rate is very low in this area. That's the type of thing you want to present to your clients. You want to close that deal. You want to solve the problem. Hey, I got the problem solved. Can we get to work? I need a new roof. You talk to several roofing companies, and it's not about price. It's about the value. What is it for me? What is it? It's in it for me to keep my roof from collapsing, or to keep my water from leaking. And what kind of guarantees or warranties do you have available on your work if this thing becomes a problem down the road? That's the things that you want to earmark to your clients, guys. But you want to build toughness because the market's not easy. It's a tough world out there. At the core of mental toughness lies discipline. You want to have discipline because when you have on the schedule, I have a Zoom meeting at 3 o'clock, you better be there by 2:45. And then you want to read up, and then you want to take the discipline to do the work. You don't have time for distraction, ladies and gentlemen. I have been quiet for a long time. And I have put this book out years ago for my experience. And now I'm cultivating and mentoring people again to a certain point where they can mentor themselves. Because once I mentor you, I want you to mentor others. Then I want you to mentor others to be able to mentor other people. Not just depend on Tony. Because if you still depend on me, then I have failed you. I have failed you. If I mentor you and you still don't get it, you don't know how to mentor folks, I put the time and effort, then I have. You miss something or I miss something. You want to have the compassion of what you believe in doing when it comes to this discipline. You want to have this mental toughness and discipline. You want to cultivate this to your team. You want to maximize your income. I mean, people talk about $50,000 is a great income. Yeah, it's okay. It does, but that's nothing. I want $500,000 a month. I want $1 million a month. I want $100,000 a month. There's people. I've been around people who talk that kind of language. You want to be with people who are smarter than you. You want to be around people who earn more, who talk about earning more than you or themselves. And it has nothing to do with bragging. It has nothing to do with arrogancy. It's about setting them goals. In 5 years, I want to earn $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month is $1.2 million a year before taxes. That's the kind of mindset people I want to be around. I want to be around people who have ethics, clarity, and goals, who has moral compass. You want to foster the ability to set clear goals, ladies and gentlemen, and maintain unwavering commitment towards achieving them, even when faced obstacles. We're going to face obstacles each and every day. I face obstacles each and every day, physically and some mentally. But would I let it stop me? No. When I was in pain, couldn't walk, couldn't stand for a long term, the medication is not working. I'm having a hard time moving. You do know what I do to overcome those pains? Do you know what I really did? I wrote over 50 books. I couldn't sleep. So since I can't sleep, I might as well study and write a book. And that's exactly what I did in 2024. I wrote a book, over 50 books. I published over 50 ebooks and over 49, over about the same number of books, texts, and publications myself. I was in pain, but I was going to do something about it. A lot of you are sitting around, woe is me. And all you have to do is pick up a book and read it or do something about it. And the way to do something about it is to develop a mental toughness and go out there and make something happen. I don't know what God has in store for you. I don't know what type of product or service that God is showing you to do. But he's showing you, if he's showing you this video, he's telling you to get up and do something. I have seen guys who are in wheelchairs, couldn't walk, who are worse off than me, had that mental toughness and got up and said, I'm going to do something. We're going to do something. Not sit around. Start businesses or join partnership with an existing business that have already got distribution, already got products, already got training, already got materials. All you got to do is push it. Here's your pay, push. Here's your pay, push. People join it, then you got residual income. Customer come in, you got residual income. Instead of you looking at hours for dollars, you're looking at a business plan or a business model that's already established. You go out there and get it. And as you convey the message to your friends and family and they join in, it's not about who started first. You just get the people in. And as the people get in and they grow, you help them grow, they're going to continue to grow. It's what I'm saying. So you want to, even when times are tough, things not working. Well, man, this Christmas season is tough. So what? I sold insurance plans, sold cars in December when people was focusing on spending money on buying stuff. I was out there hustling, talking to people about different benefits of buying this car today. Hey, we got a promotion today. I'll push everything was a promotion. We got a promotion right now. And that promotion is how this thing right here can help you hear better. That's the promotion. Or this plant, this snake plant that will clean your air when you're sleeping in the wintertime because you can't open your windows. Everything has a service. It has a brand that has a solution. You need better gasoline, well, you go get premium instead of unleaded. You want to be a leader that will lead people to greatness. Don't be afraid of the objections. Don't be afraid of challenges that you're going to face. Even people who don't believe in you, don't worry about them. Go to the next one. Just like evangelism. You're going to witness to every person. One of the biggest things when it comes to network relationship is ministry. And I'm talking about go out there and teach all nations. That means you go out there and witness. And I'm seeing more and more people are witnessing nowadays. Not staying in the building, but having those conversations about God. Some people are trained. They had to go through training. How to deal with objections. How every Wednesday, I used to sit with them once upon a time. Every Wednesday, they used to have training. Here's the Bible study right here, and here's training. We're doing training today. We're doing role plays today. How to deal with objection. How to deal with people who won't want to hear. How to be approachable. How to introduce yourself. Well, guys, we got to do that too in the marketing world too. Because they use the very same principle that we use in telecommunication and in marketing every day. They use it in ministry. Asking the right question, sharing what they come to understand, what God shared in the Bible. And they are winning. And unless you get this kind of training and being at this exposure, then you're going to fall. And that's why professional development is so powerful. Now, do I have a course, step-by-step course on which to do? No, I don't. You go to those who already got it. You go to those who already have it. My book gives you some guidance, But as far as the meat and potatoes of the course, you got to sign up for the course. And sometimes you got to invest, make an investment. I used to travel all over the country. My wife and I used to travel and go from one professional development convention to another. One, we love being around people who are like-minded. Two, we want to learn what, how, and when. Why? Because some of the top earners in the business have gone through to spend a fortune just to learn how to communicate or convey a message to an individual that will become a client. And I learned that through the industry, through the insurance and auto sales industry, not just network marketing. So you want to be coachable, guys, because if you're not coachable, you're not going to be successful. If you're not coachable as a soldier, you're not going to be promoted. You're not coachable as an officer, you will not have success, and you will not be promoted to the next higher ranking level to lead that either a company, battalion, or brigade. It's that simple. Coachable attitude encompasses, which means surrounds, a willingness to learn from experiences, both positive and negative. For entrepreneurs with self-driven individuals, this means actively seeking out constructive criticism, viewing setback as opportunities. That's all I do. I view every setback in my life as an opportunity, which enhances my abilities. Business ownership requires reliance, resilience, and those who embrace the coachable mindset are often better equipped to bounce back from failure. Do you see yourself there? You're not a failure. And I wish people stop saying, I failed. You didn't. You just had a setback. What did you learn? I learned not to do this, this, and that. Well, guess what? You're still successful because you're not going to make those same mistakes. This approach not only enhances individual performance, but also contributes to the overall health of the organization as a team member. Learn to support one another in their pursuit of excellence. You want to convey this to everyone in your team. Every person who's in network marketing should own this book. Everyone in network marketing or business management should want this book. Now, you said I shared something about AI, okay? So let's take a look at it. Chapter 7, page 37. I hit on it extensively. Okay, the role of artificial intelligence in business. Let's talk about that. And I start off with an integration of artificial intelligence into business, which business has already done. Its integration in business practice is reshaping the landscape of entrepreneurship, offering innovation, solutions that empower business owners to what? Optimize operation, enhance decision making, ultimately drive growth. Anybody who owns a traditional business wants to grow. Anybody who owns corporation or has a stake in it wants to grow. You want growth. AI technologies ranging from machine learning, algorithm to natural language process provides entrepreneurs with the ability to analyze vast amount of data quickly. That's what they do best. That's what they do best. Provides entrepreneurship with the ability to not only to analyze data quickly, but accurately. This capability is crucial for understanding market trends, customer preferences, operation efficiencies, enable businesses leaders to make informed strategic decisions, and that can significantly impact their bottom line. Can we all agree that AI can be used as a tool that can impact business owners' bottom line? Sure it can. It's right here in this book, chapter 7. There it is. And of course, I hope you like my artwork. But I want to kill the stigma about this thing about, oh, they're going to kill us, the mark of the beast on our 4666. It's ridiculous. It's improper interpretation of Scripture. I challenge you. That's not correct. This is a tool. Just like that shovel, the first axe that was made. That was made in ancient times by the earlier people. Things is a tool. One of the most compelling roles of AI in business is its ability to enhance customer engagement through personalized market strategies. By leveraging artificial intelligence-powered analytic, entrepreneurs can segment their audience based on behavior and preference. And that's what I just bought into. Because based on the customer preference and behavior, my AI will know how to approach the customer needs and preference based on products that I have already available. So it will steer that customer. If they have a customer that's in a lot of pain or just want to looking for certain books, one look at books, one looking to go to seminary, one looking to go and learn business management, my AI will reach out to them and drive them to my market, to my website, or to set the tone for them to make a decision based on their behavior, their shopping behavior. Certain time of the year, this book is available. Certain time of year, hey, there's a promotion out. Hey, we're getting 2 for 1. Buy 2 books, get 1 free. Because they know certain time of the year, there's a slow market right now. That's when you start putting out those, it knows those trends. Why? Through historic data. All my stuff is coming back. And I wrote it down too. So furthermore, AI tools can automate various aspects of digital marketing, such as social media, management, email campaigns, free up valuable time for business owners to focus on other strategic initiatives. And that's what I wanted to do. And that's what I've been searching for, platforms that offer this. Now, I already know this, and there's maybe some platform I may have forgotten from school, but that's where I'm at. And any business owners who is worth their salt in anything, who has a brand or a store, you want to drive your customer to, based on their shopping behavior, based on the product that you have. If you're selling T-shirts, winter shirts, or pants, winter pants, or gloves, certain gloves, you knowing that the people behavior, they like gloves with a certain design or color. And you say, these items are on sale today. Why? Because you knew already in advance through AI, through the analysts, through the AIs, that these things will be in the market, or the market trend would be looking for those items. Can I get a witness? People looking for something. Like right now, based on trends, more and more people, young people in particular, since what happened a few months back, people are turning back to Jesus Christ. People are trending back to, because there's something, there was an event, it was a horrible event. What happens when horrible events happen? People start seeking God. People seek all this other stuff for years. As soon as a tragedy happened, people start seeking God. I know for sure. I was been there, done that. I was in a place where a whole city was halfway devastated. Communities destroyed. The Gulf zones between Mississippi and Alabama and parts of Florida and Louisiana totally destroyed. Been there. And what did it do? It turned people back to Christ. People started looking for a church home. People want to come back together as a nation. But when things are okay, we Americans forget about all that. And then we go back to business. But back to the AI. It looks at audience based on behaviors and preference and a level of personalization, not only improve customer satisfaction, but to increase the conversation rate, make marketing efforts more effective and efficient. How right can we go wrong if we're looking for efficiency? Every business is looking to cut unnecessary costs, and they want to have more what? Efficiency. Don't your business deserve to have more efficiency? And you as an entrepreneur, even in network marketing, you want more efficiency. You want to gain more customers. You want to acquire more teams, people in your team. You want to have 5 people who are your leaders to lead 5 more leaders, who have 5 more leaders, who have 5 more leaders. That's just basic structure. Look at your Pentagon structure. Look at your military structure. Look at your corporate structure. It's the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm here to tell you guys, business that you work for are streamlining using technology. I'm using technology. I use it every day. That's why I'm everywhere. Type in my name, boom. Now, does that make me famous? Of course not. Not yet. Maybe not in this timeline, but soon. But it's all about what you want. And it's all about your thinking. You can't, as a man thinks, so is he. You got to think positive. You got to shut off the TV or read a book or read a novel or read a book how this person became successful, how to win. Leave the politics out, brothers and sisters, if you want to be a millionaire. Or if you want to earn $200,000 a year, leave the politics out. That don't make you money except for the people making money off of it. People go online, they try to build a platform, and they want to, I forgot what they call it, blog, create a big blog with like 1.5 million people, and they're getting paid by social media. That's why they do what they do. If it's not paying you, don't feed into it. Feed into business. Feed in what's going to provide for your family and your family future. Provide for the people, the families of those who believe in you. You want to build a brand. They building a brand called Chaos. They building their own brand. And rightfully so. And they're using tools available to them. And they're building wealth. So what are you doing? What are you doing? What do you want to do? I already put what I know in this book. And I got other books too. On investment when it comes to blockchain. And like I said, the guy who created the B symbol with the dollar sign of Bitcoin created this platform that I bought in. Yes, I own like 3 mines right now. I'm going to buy me some more mines later on because mines produce in my sleep. And is it 8 o'clock yet? Nope. Got 2 more hours for the next one coming in. But you want to have a mindset to win, guys. You want to have a mindset that is compassionate about what you're doing, whether it be ministry, business, whether it be productivity, whether you want to be where you're working for someone else. You want to be an asset to every company you work for. You want to be an asset to your family. You want to be an asset to your ministry. And I'm here to tell you guys, you want to build a personal brand, crafting a magnetic presence in the marketplace, whether it be anywhere. Anywhere. But I just wanted to talk about this book, and you can find it on Amazon. You can just type in my name, or go to wearelivinginthefinishedwork.com. You'll see every book I ever published. My wife and I published. My wife got some beautiful cookbooks that will knock your socks off. Some of the ingredients. We also have journals that you can write on for the whole year. And also there's some cooking information and some shakes and stuff in there that will guide you to healthy living. So you want to definitely get that. And we'll probably talk about that another time. But next time I'll come on, I'm going to talk about AI a little bit more, just to educate. Or I will share some of my old previous videos that were fresh back in 2023 that's still relevant today. So get your copy today. If you have questions about my book or how to get the business I have spoke of, or looking for an opportunity. Some of you looking for something, but you just don't know how to approach it or how to ask the question. The soldiers, we always say there's no wrong question. There's no stupid question. Just ask the question. All right? Anyway, guys, this is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold right here, Beast Mode, author of this great book. Look at this beautiful picture right here. Can't go wrong with that. Can't go wrong with that, guy. You got to present your own brand. I don't care if you're in network marketing, you are a brand. Present it. I am my own brand. This is my product. Guys, get yourself a copy of it. It could give you some great insight on things. Whatever brand you promote it well. This little book right here will open a lot of doors for you because I put a lot of information in there. So anyway, guys, God bless you. I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. See, and until next time, remember on YouTube, share, like, share, subscribe, as well on Facebook, like, share and follow. Instagram, same thing. TikTok, same deal. Anyway, guys, you all have a good one. This is Reverend Dr. Antonio Arnold, a.k.a. Beast Mode Airborne, and that's my brand too. Airborne out.